All right, we're in round 3. This is a slightly sketchy hand. No blue mana, but we do make 4 land drops at least. We're on the draw. I don't love this hand. Scatter to the Winds is basically a dead card. Adverse Conditions actually could be pretty useful. How many cheap black cards could we draw? Well, not Bone Splinters, not Coral Helm Guide, Sludge Crawler, and that's like it. We do have Pilgrim's Eye as well. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we have like 10 draws that help this hand. All right. 10 draws that help this hand. Even with the new mulligan rule, I'm going to keep this one. Like any blue mana, and we can at least make, turn 4 play. Either be it Merc Strider or Adverse Conditions, and I think that's enough for me. Usually if I have 10 draws that are good, 9 or 10 is like a pretty acceptable number where you should be happy with your hand. Like, our hand is a good mix of spells and lands. Like a 4 land to 3 spell ratio is good. Granted, we can't play any of our spells yet, but considering I have 10 draws that allow me to play these spells, yeah, I think it's worth giving it a go. But like I said, Scatter to the Winds is basically a dead card in this hand at the moment. Okay, opponent's playing first. And what are we up against? Red. Hedron Blade. Well, we have quite a few colorless guys in our deck, so that could be pretty dangerous equipment there. Hey, that was a good draw. Black-red aggro, perhaps? Ooh, Slide Runner is a strong card. This would be a good time for Coral Helm Guide. Oh, almost tried. Tried the called shot. That was unsuccessful. All right, well, next turn we can leave up Scatter to the Winds. And then the turn after that we can play Merc Strider, probably to trade with this McKindy Slide Runner. Unfortunately, Death Touch Trample is actually pretty brutal, but I still think I'd rather my opponent do... That's a big hit on turn 3, I admit. That is a big hit. Just a turn late. I think we leave up Scatter to the Winds because I want to be able to counter this turn, I think. Hoping my opponent makes a play. Because otherwise, Coral Helm Guide could potentially trade with the Slide Runner. Alright. He doesn't get the effect, but we're still going to go ahead and counter it. Oh, he had the land drop anyway, so I'm glad I left up the counter spell. Now we're just going to play Merc Strider so I can just trade with the Slide Runner. Problem is I'm going to take a lot of trample damage because Death Touch Trample is a good combination. But I think I have to do it. I've got to do it. And there's Part the Water Veil. All right, let's just play a Merc Strider and offer the trade. I wish I could. I don't think I've exiled anything yet. So we're going to take 3 Tramplees, which is pretty good. I mean, I'd rather just get it off the board, I suppose. Oh, no. So we take 6. It's pretty brutal. And my opponent has a follow-up play, too. Pretty sick. Pretty sick, Chubbs. All right. What's the plan? I think we do Mortuary Mire with for no values. We're going to use Adverse Conditions. That brings us to 7 mana next turn. Wish I have exiled something, but getting a 7/8 could be pretty helpful. Problem is I still can't do anything about the stupid Hedron Blade. Well, regardless, we're playing the Mire, not using it. Passing El Turno. I want to process so bad. I could use 5 life right about now. Sludge Crawler. Making plays for days, son. Making plays for days. So let's play the land. We can play the processor. He's got the Hedron Blade, though. That's problematic. What if I go Sludge Crawler, part the Water Veil, swing with Crawler, and then play a processor? No, I can't play the processor, though, unless I draw a land. I mean, there's some definite assumptions there. I could definitely use 5 life right about now. But if I draw the land, then it's kind of a waste of part the Water Veil. But if I don't draw, I mean, if I don't gain 5 life, I'm in some pretty serious trouble. I think we're going to go for it. I don't have great blocks otherwise. Maybe it's asking too much, though. Maybe I just play Sludge Crawler and Coral Helm Guide and then pass. Maybe I find an opportunity to ingest. Can still pump Sludge Crawler once as well, which is not terrible. All right, might need to chump that. Maybe it gives us the opportunity to ingest on him. No, kept the Sludge Crawler back. Well, I kind of need the Scion to play the processor. I kind of want the guide to get in with the Sludge Crawler, but I guess it makes sense to just chump here. I don't want to take 4. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Let's swing with Sludge Crawler since he can't pump now. Sky Spawner's not bad. All right, let's get in with the Crawler. Maybe he lets us trade, or more ideally, we get to process. All right, that's good. 5 life is pretty useful, as you might imagine. So let's slam Big Man. We could actually do part the Water Veil. Doesn't feel quite correct just yet. So how much are we taking back? I'm at 11. He's got 0 cards in hand. He's got the Hedron Blade, but we can keep everything else at bay besides one creature, the Trampler. That's fine. Let's just play. Let's just slam big man. I mean, I could play Part the Waterveil, hope to draw a land because a 1/1's actually kind of useful right now, but I think we're just going to gain 5. Get a swamp back. All right. Definitely want to draw land because I got to crack this spawning bed. 3 1/1s seem pretty useful at the moment. All right, I think we kill. Well, that's difficult. Trampler's good. 2/1 that spits out 3/1s with landfall's good. I feel like because Trample Death Touch is so good, I might need to stop that. He can pump this twice, so that's 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a lot of damage. Certainly not the Mindraker. I guess we block Trampler. I don't know how we're stopping the rest of the damage, though. I guess we have 2 bodies we can put out. That thing has Trample too, though. All right, I think we actually have to kill the Stonewaker. It's not great. Not great. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to 1. We lose Windrider Patrol. Well, guess that wouldn't help that much anyway. All right, let's see what we get here. Altars Reap. So I guess I can. Well, I gotta play Part the Waterveil, so I might as well get in for 8 here, which is not terrible. Well, how close am I to lethal? I've got to be close with this Sludge Crawler, right? Concession? Was he straight up dead? Pump 3 times, 11 Exaxes. Maybe I should do math, huh? Wow. So Part the Waterveil. Turns out taking extra turns is insane, isn't it? Wow. Can't believe we won that. Should have just done the quick math on that Sludge Crawler to see that, but wow. That was insane. Sideboards against the Omega Ags. What do we got? Rising Miasma seems amazing in this matchup. Don't have any outs for artifacts. Yeah, let's splash the Reclaiming Vines. I don't think that's going to work. Kind of got to keep all my cheap stuff. Bone Splinters does seem worse, but it's still so good in our deck with all these token producers. Grave Birthing might actually be worth our time. Possibly. Maybe not, though. Actually, Mercstrider has been pretty lackluster. Could cut that for the Miasma. Lowers our creature count, but I think that's okay. Cut a Demon's Grasp for a Grave Birthing? Is that worth it? It's not terrible. Demon's Grasp is like decent removal. It doesn't seem amazing in this matchup. How good is Grave Birthing though? I mean, potential to trade, ramps, feeds processing, which we don't have that much of anymore. Basically just a processor. I think we'll just bring in the Miasma and be good. Call it good. Yeah, we're gonna keep this one. This is actually this is just a good hand. I mean, granted we need lands, but we have an Ingester. We have a Sky Spawner, which is good. We have Altar's Reap if we miss our land drop too. This hand's just good. All right, draw a complete disregard, which is not irrelevant. Still need the land, but we've got a couple turns. Plus an Altar's Reap. I think we're going to be able to hit our third land. I'm fairly confident. Hope I get to play this bad boy this game. This guy's sweet. That artifact our opponent has is good. Our equipment. It's really, I mean, particularly good against us, but pretty decent. Oh my god, did he keep a one-lander? Oh, geez. Oh, okay. Got my hopes up there for a second. I was all excited. Slide Runner. All right. Oh, hit that third land. All right, let's just get in and ingest here. And we don't have a play, so I guess we're going to pump too. He's blocking. All right, well, that's a block I can accept. I mean, I certainly do not have an issue with that. I would say Slide Runner is twice as good as Sludge Crawler. Very likely just going to complete disregard. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to disregard that. Wind Rider Patrol. All right, not bad. So we get to play Sky Spawner. Potentially Altar's Reap if we miss. No play from our opponent would be excellent. Great. That's great news. Land? Land would have been good there. Sky Spawner is still pretty good. Next turn, if we don't hit the land, we get to go Altar's Reap. Probably just sacking the Sky Spawner. Or not. Okay. Hedron Blade. No play from our opponent would be great again. Okay. I'm digging this. Let's see here. Hit the land. Perfect. All right, so now we get to slam in. Play a drone. And next turn, have a beautiful little 6/6 vigilance. It's whenever becomes blocked. So that's, wow. I think he's going to regret that. Although, I guess not, because Demon's Grasp couldn't take care of the Behemoth anyway. Could play the Wind Rider Patrol. You know, honestly, that's probably better. Main reason is, well, Scrying 2 is amazing. But also, if we don't sack our Scion tokens, we get this guy back if he's got the answer. I think we're going to play the patient game on this one. I mean, no reason to burn our Scions if they legitimately just bring back our 6/6 vigilance. I mean, it's going pretty deep, but also not to be overlooked is these guys beat down. These are little 1/1 beatdowners. We also have 2 Lord effects in our deck for them. All right. Well, that would have dealt with our Deathless Behemoth. All right, that's fine. At this point, we're gonna lose one of our scions, but that's not a huge deal. He's got one card left. It's got to be a pretty good one to deal with Mr. Vidge. Oh. Concession. Now that's what we call an early concession that I appreciate and will take. Okay. Sweet. Ended up going 2-1. Deck was not too shabby. Thought it was okay. I don't know if people disagree or agree with the 17 land for this particular build. I do know that, 18 is sort of the gold standard for a format such as this. But I think this deck functioned pretty well at 17 lands. And it was pretty fun. Ruin Processor came up huge. Part the Water Veil was a lot of fun. Guldraz's Overseer, we got to see some of that. We got to see basically all of our finishers in action. So I would say this was a beneficial learning experience draft. Ruination Guide was fantastic as well. So was Scatter to the Winds. Basically every card we wanted to try out, we got to try out. And they all played well. So very cool. Actually, Mercstrider was pretty underwhelming, admittedly. It is, let's just say, it is no Void Mage Separatist. That is for sure. Okay, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you for the next one.